Good afternoon, all of you. Is the voice is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Morning, have you seen the micro program, the control unit morning. So this is the block diagram. So this is next address generator. Other name is sequencer and car register, and it is a control memory that is nothing but ROM, read only memory. Then CDR control data register. So what car register will contain? So in control memory, you have the 128 control words are there. So you require the particular control word. So then you have to give that address of the particular control word in car register. So what happens? So in this address, so car register contains the address of the control word. So whatever control word is present in that particular memory location is transferred to control data register, where it will initiate the sequence of the micro operations. Okay. Then, and part of the control word is useful for generating the address of the next micro instruction. So this is the next address generator, which will generate the next micro instruction address. Sometimes it is incremented by one, sometimes it will go to program 2, like that. Okay. So this is the block diagram that I explained morning, micro programmed control organization. Okay. And then I said, you already know what is microprogram routines. So subroutine is nothing but when you are going to the program 2 where you have to execute a microprogram. Okay, that is nothing but subroutine. And when subroutine register, when it is useful, when you are executing program 1, from program 1 to program 2 you have to go. While going from program 1 to program 2, program 1, whatever instruction that you have to execute, what is the next instruction that you have to execute, that you have to store in the subroutine register, and you have to go to the program 2. Once it is completed, the execution of program 2 is completed, then come back to the main program by taking address from subroutine register. Okay. Then conditional branching, I said, based on the status bits conditions, we have to do conditional branching. Suppose if it is carry adder is carry out of adder is 1 means I have to go for program 2, like that. Okay. Whereas unconditional branch means whether you, there is no condition. Okay. Definitely they has to approve that. Okay. Once if you got this unconditional branch, definitely you have to go to program 2. Like that you have to pay the fees. There is no alternative. Okay. Then mapping of the instruction, I already said what is the mapping of the instruction. So if you want to convert the instruction code will be there. In that few bits will be useful for mapping. So converting that, transforming the instruction code bits into address in the control memory. Okay, where the routine is uh, located. Okay, and how we are doing mapping. This is the example, mapping a 4-bit operation code into 7-bit address. 4-bit operation code ante how many operations I can do? 16 operations. 7-bit addresses ante we can access 128 words. Now opcodes, suppose addition instruction, what is the opcode? 4 zeros. Now from this opcode I have to generate the 7-bit address of the control memory. So this opcode, so I am writing this add instruction opcode 4 zeros. Now, next, the MSC has to be always in 7-bit address. The MSC always has to be 0. Then opcode bits, whatever opcode bits, you have to write those opcode bits 0, 0, 0, 0. Then LSB bits, 2 LSB bits are 2 zeros. Okay. So totally how many bits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So these are the 7 bits which are used for the add routine. Not only one address, we required at least 2 or 3 addresses. Okay. So like that, next one is 0. Now opcode is incremented by 1, 000, 100. And once again 0, increment opcode 0010000, like that. Like that, you can convert the 4-bit operation code into 7-bit address by using mapping. Okay. The next one is address sequencing. So address sequencing means what you have to do. So address sequences, what are the capabilities that address? So what are the capabilities those are required for the control unit? Okay, these capabilities are address sequencing capabilities. Okay, so those are, I already said, if it is incrementing the car register, if it is normal program, then always you have to increment the car register. If it is a jump instruction or call instruction, I have to use the unconditional or conditional branch. are depending on the status bit conditions. Status bit conditions, I already said, carry. What is the example I said? The example is carry out of a adder. Okay. So when you get to carry out, then you have to do program to like that. So based on some conditions. Okay. Then next one is mapping from bits of instruction. I already said no. 4-bit opcode I'm converted into address for the control memory. Then the facility for the subroutine call and return. I already said no, subroutine and call return. When you execute program 1, when you get the call instruction, so the next instruction of the main program that you have to execute, that you have to store in the subroutine register. Then you have to go to program 2 where you can execute, then once again return back to the main program where you stop by taking address from the subroutine register. Now this is the block diagram that you have to understand address sequencing. Now whatever I said now, those things will be explained here. First Chapanama, this is the instruction code. You already studied instruction code. Okay, this is the instruction code, and in this part of the bits which are opcode bits will be used for the to generate address of the control memory by using mapping logic. So 4-bit opcode will be converted into 7-bit address for the control memory by using the mapping logic. Okay. Now anyone, then this is the mapping logic. The next one is the branch logic. Suppose assume that 8 status bits are there. 8 status bits are there. So anyone, how many bits are required for 8 status bits? Suppose 8 status bits are there. So to access a, can anyone? So 8 different status bits are there. To access that, how many status bits you require? So 8 different status bits are there. Now to access that, you require the 2 power n. So 2 power n ante we required 3 bits to represent the 8 different status bits. Okay. So this is the branch logic. So branch logic. So what is the point I said? Branch logic. Actually 8 different status bit, different operations are there. And by using 3 bits, you can select at a time one particular status bit. Okay. So this is the branch logic. Now assume that, now anyone, if the status bits are 0, 0, 0, can anyone, which bit will be selected? If it is 000, which bit will be selected? One status bit will be selected, that is S0. Okay. And when this S0 is 1, when this S0 is 1, then you have to, then see, this is given to the multiplexer. Okay. See, first you see, try to see multiplexer, what are the 4 inputs check chain. The multiplexer, the 4 inputs are one output from the mapping logic, which converts the 4-bit opcode into 7-bit address for the control memory. This is one. Okay. Then one more is, see here, this is nothing but, one more is the output of the control memory, that is nothing but branch address. Okay. We are giving branch address to the multiplexer. Okay. Then next one. Suppose I want to increment only car register by 1. See here, incrementer is there. So we are giving this incrementer output to the multiplexer. This is the one input, other input. Then suppose if you are using the jump and any conditional branch or unconditional branch, then I have to use the subroutine register. Okay. So subroutine register output is given to the multiplexer. So the 4 inputs for the multiplexer are, so first one is mapping logic, second one is branch address, third one is incrementer, then fourth one is the subroutine register. Okay. Now, and these bits are, now I already said, no, this line is nothing but selection lines for the multiplexer. Is it okay? Selection lines for the multiplexer. And based on these 4 inputs, we will select one particular output, and that value will be, that address will be given to the control register. So what control address register will contain? Any one address it contains. Okay. From that, you have to, using this address, you have to read the control word from the control memory. Is it okay? What I'm saying, are you understanding? So multiplexer, 4 inputs are there. One is incrementer, other one is subroutine, then this is address, and this is also address. Now these 4 inputs are 4 different addresses only, but at a time only we'll select one address, okay, based on the selection lines. So multiplexer selector, based on the selection lines, we'll select only one input, okay, and that output is given to the control address register. And what is car? Car is nothing but control address register. Control address register is nothing but it contains the address of the micro instruction which is present in the control memory. So control address register contains the address of the micro instruction. Okay. Now it contains the address of the micro instruction. Now that address, this is control memory where control words are present. So what we will do now? So whatever address which is present in the control address register, corresponding memory, control memory, whatever control word is there, that has to give as a output. How it will give? Control memory output is nothing but control word. By using that control word, we can initiate a sequence of micro operations. Then by using that, we will select a particular status bit. Then we will give the branch address to the multiplexer. And next, it is incremented by car register will be incremented by 1. Okay. And suppose if it is a if it's a conditional branch or unconditional branch, then it has to take address from the subroutine register. Okay. So this will be given to here. So this is nothing but address sequencing. So anyone have any doubt in this address sequencing? So few points before to understand this. Anyone, what is control memory? Chappandamma. Anyone, what is control memory? Control memory. Address sequencing, I already said no. Mapping logic, it will convert the 4-bit opcode into 7-bit address, and control memory output is given to the branch address to the multiplexer. Then selecting the status bit is given to the branch logic, and incrementer value is given to the multiplexer. Otherwise, subroutine register will be given to multiplexer. And based on 4 inputs are there for this multiplexer. At a time, we will select only one output. So control address register contains the address of the micro instruction. In that address, whatever control word is there, that will be given as a output, and which will initiate the sequence of micro operations, and it will give the branch address also, and it will give the status bit also. Okay. And if you are not getting any conditional branch or unconditional branch, then you have to increment the incrementer by 1. Okay. So this is the output. And if you have to go to the main program means, then I have to read the address from the subroutine register into multiplexer through car register. So try to go through this address sequencing, and if you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay. Okay. Anyone, any doubt is there, you can ask. I will wait for 1 minute. So one more point is, suppose you're I already said no, there are 8 different status bit conditions are there. Suppose you are selected one status bit, then what you have to do means, you have to get an address from the, so this branch address will be uploaded in the multiplexer. Okay. Anyone? If the selected status bit is 1, then you have to go for program 2. If the selected status bit is 0, then increment car register by just 1. Are you understand what I said? So 8 status bit conditions are there. If the selected status bit is 1, then what you have to do? Then you have to go for program 2. Okay. If the select status bit is 0 means, then just increment the car register by 1. That's it. Okay. Any doubt? Any doubts are there? Try to go through the diagram. Okay, next one. Next one, simple example, micro program. So this is the control unit. This diagram is nothing but it is the normal basic computer. So it is only one general idea. Okay, it's a basic computer where it has a micro programmed control unit. Okay, now all of you go through the diagram. And what is the memory size? Choose చెప్పండి అమ్మా. Memory size ఏంటో చెప్పండి ఇక్కడ. This is the microprogram example. This is the normal computer configuration. So you see here, what are the different microprogrammed control unit. Is it okay, all of you? The control unit is designed with the help of the microprogram. So definitely you require the control memory. And this part is called as the control unit. Okay. And see here, what are the different blocks? Memory size ఎంత ఉందో check చేయండి. 2048. If it is 2048, how many address lines are required? If it is 2048, the number of address lines you required are 2 power 10, 1024, 2 power 11, 2048. So 11 address lines are required to access the memory. And each memory location you can store the 16-bit. Okay. Then check చేయండి. This part is what? This block is there, no? This block part is nothing but called as control unit. Okay, control unit. Remaining part is processor part. So memory. And how many registers are there here? Check the number. Address register, program counter. Both are 12-bit registers. Sorry, 11-bit registers. Address register and PC. Then data register is a 16-bit register. Accumulator is also 16-bit register. Then multiplexer also there. Multiplexers in order to transfer the information from one register to other register, we used that. Okay. Then one more block is there, that is arithmetic, logic, and shift unit. Okay. It will perform the arithmetic micro operations, logic micro operations, and shift micro operations. Shift lo meer chusaru kada, shift right, shift left, circular right, circular right and left. Okay. Those operations. Now, in this example, in this microprogram example, now one question I will ask. PC will get the information from where? Diagram lo choose cheppandi evarana. PC always gets the information from which register? So this type of question in exam I will ask. The PC gets the address from the which register? Direction chudandi, arrow marks choose cheppadame. So PC has only AR. So PC will get information from always AR register, address register. Okay. Now anyone? Data register. Now, anyone data register will get the information from which register? Anyone diagram చూసి చెప్పండి. Arrow marks ఉంటాయి. Arrow marks ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఉన్నాయో. Data, is it okay? So data register can get the information from PC or can receive the information from AR. Okay. So DR is nothing but it can receive all these inputs, PC and one is AC. Okay. AR also will get because AR to PC, PC to DR like that. Okay. Then anyone for accumulator from where will get? Can anyone check చేయండి? Accumulator it is getting the information from which registers? Check చేసి చెప్పండి diagram. Accumulator getting the information from which registers? Anyone? So accumulator, what we are doing, accumulator will do the, see here, what is the block is there, that means we can perform arithmetic, logic and shift micro operation with respect to the accumulator and we will store the data in accumulator only. Suppose data register input is also coming to accumulator, but what is the operation that you will do here? And store that value in accumulator. Are you understand? Arithmetic operation ante AC plus DR and store that value in the accumulator. So like that. So this is the microprogram example. This is the general computer where processor registers are 4 registers are there, whereas control unit, control memory, and 2 7-bit registers, car register and SBR. Okay. SBR ante evarana cheppandi, what is SBR? Subroutine register. Okay. This is the microprogram example. Next we'll see the micro instruction format. Okay. Before going to the micro instruction format, first we'll see the computer instruction format. This one I already explained. Anyone, what is the 15th bit here? Check just చెప్పండి. 15th bit ఏంటి? 15th bit is called as I. I is nothing but called as the addressing mode. It may be direct addressing mode or indirect addressing mode. Then remaining 4 bits are 11 to 14 bits are opcode bits. So 11 to 14 bits అంటే మొత్తం ఎన్ని opcode bits అమ్మా? How many bits are there? 11 to 14 bits అంటే? Can anyone, what is the number? 11 to 14 bits 13, 14. So 4 bits are there. If the 4 bits are there for opcode, that means how many operations you can perform? So if 4-bit opcode, how many different micro operations you can perform? You can perform 2 power 4, 16 different micro operations you can perform by using this opcode. And next address bits, 0 to 10 bits are nothing but 11 bits. These 11 bits are used for the address. Okay. And here I am giving only few instructions, which are, if the opcode is 4 zeros, what is the operation that I am executing? Add. That is nothing but addition. So how we are doing that? Accumulator plus, so effective address, whatever operand is there. So whatever operand which is present in the memory, which is pointed by effective address, add with accumulator and store that value in accumulator. Then next one is branch instruction. What is the code? 0001. If accumulator is less than 0, then effective address has to be stored in the program counter. Okay. Then store. Accumulator, whatever content is there, that I will store in the memory. Okay. This is called as the write operation, store. Okay. Then exchange. Exchange is nothing but effective address, whatever operand is there, that you will transfer to accumulator, and accumulator, whatever operand is there, that I transfer to effective address. EA is nothing but effective address. Is it okay? Then micro instruction format. Micro instruction format is a 20-bit. So in that 20-bit, now try to verify all of you. So in exam we'll ask. So micro instruction format has how many number of bits? Dash. So 18 bits, 12 bits, 20 bits, 16 bits. Then you would write the answer 20 bits. Check చేయండి 3, 3, 9. and 9 to 11. 11 to 13, 13, 7, 20. So 20 bits are there for the micro instruction format. Here F1 is 3 bits, F2 is 3 bits, F3 is 3 bits. F1, F2, F3 is called as the micro operation fields. And CD is nothing but the condition for branching. So is the condition is satisfying or not. Then branch field, BR means branch field. AD means address field. Okay. Now here each micro instruction has how many micro operations amma? Choose చెప్పండి ఎవరైనా చెప్పండి దీనిలో ఎన్ని మైక్రో ఆపరేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి చెక్ చేయండి. దిస్ మైక్రో ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ కంటైన్ హౌ మెనీ మైక్రో ఆపరేషన్స్? మీరు ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి, నెక్స్ట్ పాయింట్ చెప్తాను. ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి చెక్ చేయండి ఇక్కడ. హౌ మెనీ మైక్రో ఆపరేషన్ ఫీల్డ్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ ఇన్ ఈచ్ మైక్రో ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఫార్మేట్? ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి చెప్పండి అమ్మ, ఇక్కడ చూస్తున్నాను అమ్మా ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి. ఈచ్ మైక్రో ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ హ్యాస్ 1, 2, 3 micro operations we are doing, which are 2 micro operations. Okay, then you have to execute only 2 micro operations, and other one I have to place no operation. Okay, that I will show. And what is CD? CD ante condition for branching, BR ante branch field, AD is nothing but address field. Now I will show those F1, F2, F3. F1 is micro operation, F2 is 1 micro operation, F3 is 1 micro operation. Now the question is, in each micro instruction format, by using each micro instruction format, what are the maximum number of micro operations I can perform? Answer 3. What is the answer? 3 or 2 or 1 or 4? So what is the answer? So maximum is 3. So answer is 3. So F1, this is the micro operation. Check cheyandi. F1 emundo? F1 is 000. What is the operation? No operation. So whenever I required only 2 operations, then what I have to do? Place 000. Then F1 will be no operation. 001 unte add, 010 unte clear accumulator, 011 unte increment accumulator, 100 DR whatever is there you have to transfer to AC, 101 DR 0 to 10, DR 0 to 10 I have to transfer to AR, 110 PC whatever is there to transfer to AR, 111 DR value I have to store to so memory location which is pointed by the address register. Similarly F2 కూడా ఉంది చూడండి, 000 అంటే no operation, F3 కూడా 000 అంటే no operation. The only common instruction micro operation is only 000 in all these 3 fields. Okay, 001 subtraction, 010 or 011 and 100 read, 101 AC to DR, 110 increment DR, 111 PC to DR. Similarly 000 no operation, 001 XR, 010 complement accumulator, 011 shift light, shift left, 100 shift right, 101 increment program counter, 110 AR to PC, 111 reserved. Okay, like this. So all these are different micro operations in each field, but some micro instruction requires only 2 operation, means you can use F1, F2 and F3 will place as 000. Then that means you will not perform any operation for F3. Then next one I said CD, no? CD is nothing but what I said? CD is nothing but, see here, condition for branching, okay? Now see here CD, when CD is 00, if CD is 00, always the value is 1. So unconditional branch, whatever happens, you have to go for program 2 when CD is 00. Because CD is a 2-bit, okay? When it is 01, I have to check the data register of 15th bit, that is I, and called as indirect address bit. 10 means accumulator 15th bit, that is nothing but called as sign bit. Sign bit of AC I have to do. I have to see this condition. Then condition is 11, AC is 0. If AC is 0, then only I have 01 and 10. If I bit is 1, if accumulator 15th bit is 1, then I have to go for then BR. Anyone BR is how much? What is the size of BR? It's a 2-bit, which is called as the branch field. So branch field, whenever we are 0, 0, what is the symbol? Jump. JMP and jump. What you are doing when it is 1, I already said no, when the condition is 1, that address will be loaded into car register. If the condition is 0 means increment car by 1. If VR is 0, 1, call. If condition is 1, address you have to store in the car register and car plus 1 you have to store in the subroutine register because return address you have to save. If condition is 0, increment car by 1. Then 1, 0 return. When you execute the return, whatever is there in subroutine register that I have to transfer to car register. Because once again I have to go back to program 1. From program to program 1 I have to go. So to go to program 1, I required address from the subroutine register. Okay. 1 1 is nothing but map. మీకు already 0 1 6 bits 0 చేయాలి. So 11 to 14 bits I have to transfer to car 2 to 5. Then, so this is the micro program example. Okay. One more simple program is there that we will see symbolic micro instruction tomorrow. Okay. One more class is required for this. If anyone has any doubt, you can ask. Okay. Try to go through this, and if anyone have any doubt, you ask. Okay. And can anyone, when it is 0 0, what is the symbol? Jump. If condition 1 means AD, AD ante entama ఎవరైనా చెప్పండి. AD is nothing but these 7 bits. In micro instruction format, 0 to 6 bits are transferred to car register. If condition is 0, just increment car by 1. That means whenever the condition is 1, you have to do for branching. If anyone have any doubt, you can ask. Okay. the PPT, okay? I sent you your CR. Okay, I'm closing the session. In this, if you have any doubts, you can ask later. But you try to prepare what I'm saying. Otherwise, it will be just okay. Go through that. If you have any doubts, you just ask in the next class. Okay. I'm closing. Thank you.